going up. We going crazy, going bonkers. Produced by Ziggy, Zay Ticket. Believe that.
It ain't peaches, it'll deceive you, boy, believe me. What you know about a jungle made with nothing but semen. No creepy crawlers, just heathens that prey on your weakness. Smell the slightest hint of fear, and the stainless you'll eat it. Gang bangers that greet your test on their face like Weezy. Pulling up by the ounce, walking around looking sleepy. I'm from a town, no integrity, a broken city, disrupted. I know niggas were real hook now, turning into suckers. When it comes to murder, it's nothing. Rallos get pulled over scuffles. Bumpy road around this motherfucker, your life means nothing. It ain't peaches. Niggas walking around with no feelings, with a chip on their shoulder, saying the world don't feel it. Trying to earn them some millions so they can split with they niggas. I know cats that died broke because they lost all ambition. When it comes out to get
Welcome back to another edition of More to Live For, live from the Belly of the Beast, Volume 3. Got a special guest with me this afternoon. I'm gonna let him dive into a little bit of his journey and, you know, some of the things that he's seen in these closed custody NC prison. What's good with you, bro?
What's good? What's the word?
Man, maintaining, man. Before we even, get too far in it, man, definitely thank you for being able to do this, man, being able to put this together again, man. Definitely appreciate you for doing that. So, we kind of left off at, the last interview, you was kind of explaining to me and my viewers, the difference in the closed custody and regular custody, prisons in North Carolina, or whatever. So I kind of, if it's okay with you, I kind of want you to go into, your original sentence and how much time were you originally facing, and ultimately the sentence that you had.
Well, originally, I was charged with murder 1. I was looking at life without a chance of parole. They gave me my first plea for life with a chance of parole. So that's really how that went off GP.
Right. So the ultimate sentence that you came in with was what?
Was life without a chance of parole.
So, going through that journey, ultimately starting with that, is that currently, I just want to make sure I got a clear understanding. Is that currently the bid that you're doing now, or later you got it reduced to a lighter sentence?
Later on, that's what they offer me. But right. during the process, sitting in the county, going back and forth to court, I was able to get enough evidence on my behalf that couldn't prove me guilty for murder. So they had no other choice to charge me with a lesser sentence, which was accessory to the murder.
Okay, so being that young, man, if you could, how old were you during this time? I want to make sure I got a clear understanding.
I was 22.
Okay, so still relatively young. So how was the mindset, going to entering the system, and facing a life sentence?
I mean, I knew the risk that I ran doing the shit that I was doing, so I kind of was mentally prepared.
Right. And when you say, from your assessment, like, could you tell the people, that you've been around, whether, the current spot that you're in now or other prisons, like, could you tell that some of those people weren't mentally prepared?
Yeah, I mean, some people just not built. They think they are, though. When the trials are going on, they think that it's fun and games till it's not fun no more. So, everybody got a different mind state. Everybody got a different mind strength. Some people just not built to deal with that type of time, or even to face the reality that they might be getting that type of time.
Right, definitely. Thank you for for addressing that and helping me and my viewers, further understand, the mindset of how you were feeling and, versus those that, weren't mentally prepared. So something else that I wanted to ask you about, I didn't get a chance. to ask you during the first interview that we did. So, how long was it? Upon entering, the system, was your first physical altercation?
Probably like a week or two, probably.
Right. And was this because I'm trying to make sure I got your journey right. So was this I remember you saying if I'm not mistaken, you say you started off at Polk, correct?
Yeah,
So this was there.
yeah.
Could you kind of give me the circumstances involving that without mentioning nobody else's name or anything like that?
I mean, when I got there, it was a war going on
Right.
against us and the GDs.
Right.
So a situation occurred where I had to pop on one of them. They did something, and long story short, they just had to pay for that.
So so did that kind of put you in a different mindset? Like being that you're seeing what you jumped into, and relatively your first week, like you said, you already into something.
I mean, nah, because that's everyday life. We do the same thing in prison that we was doing at home when it comes to that type of shit.
Right.
Sometimes it's just on site.
Right. Definitely understand that. So I kind of just want to clear up a little more understanding, so I have a full understanding of you, and my viewers do as well. When you said us, you were talking about as far as like uh, North Carolina Bloods, or like your particular section and area.
And I'm talking about all the people that's involved in the streets, that's really out there in the trenches, like us, that's really out there. This shit don't change. It's just a different battlefield. That's all.
Right. I will just make sure you got a clear understand what I was saying. I was when you said it was us versus the GDs, what you landed in.
Oh yeah, I was talking about us as the Bloods.
Okay. I just want to have a clear understanding of that. And as far as like the gang politics, as far as North Carolina go, like, is it really a 252 thing, or is it really like more so of a blood thing? As far as like the heavy politics that's being pushed. Because I done heard different stories from people that can vouch for either one.
I mean, it's more or less politics is politics everywhere you go.
Right.
You feel me? It's really whoever's involved in the politics. There's no section in the politics because for you to even politic, y'all gotta come together and conjugate about something. So it's not really separated.
But thank you for sharing that with me and my viewers, definitely, bro. So another thing I wanted to kind of hint at that we didn't get a chance to discuss the first time around. Have you or anybody that you have direct contact with, involved with, been in any seen any any type of knife play or anything of that nature?
Yeah, I see that knife get used a lot.
Oh yeah, okay. So so if you could you kind of give us the circumstances around that?
You gotta elaborate on that question. What do you mean by the circumstances?
I couldn't hear you. What you say, bro?
I said you have to elaborate on that question. What do you mean by the circumstances?
Kind of the events that led to that, whether it was you or anybody else. So I'm not trying to incriminate nobody. I just want my viewers to get a good understanding of how events like this can occur.
I mean, I can speak on a scenario that happened that's really not incriminating to nobody.
Okay.
More or less, somebody did some funny shit. He tried to run up on somebody in the day room, and because he did that, a couple of niggas that was around shot him. You feel me? Like niggas beat the nigga under the water fountain, stabbed him like 8 times, airlifted him out of here. Now he paralyzed. He got stabbed in the back of the neck. He paralyzed now.
Damn. Yeah, just want to not trying to glorify anything, any of these events, but I want to have all my viewers get a good understanding of, the life inside of North Carolina prison, especially a closed level, facility like, you and a lot of others did, doing most of their time in. So, when it comes to, particular weapons that, inmates have not only access to, but access to manufacture. Will you say that you've seen some, relatively creative sized ones, whether,
Of course, I've seen a lot of different things. Like we done had fucking tomahawks made in here. Like we got shit called samurai swords. We got Dracos. We got ice picks, shark teeth, all of that.
Okay. Just trying to give my viewers, a clear understanding. But I've definitely heard of, people, having access to ice pick. I heard that from guys that I've interviewed and guys that, I grew up with, things like that.
That's the most common knife to get, ice
Yes,
pick.
definitely. That's what I was leading up to. So with that being said, with all the things that you said that you've seen, so I kind of want to, to get into a particular scenario that I'm wondering, have you been a part of or witness? Like I was telling you, I got a friend that's in the inside doing, 25, 15 in. And he's been telling me some of the journeys that he's been a part of and some of the things that he's seen. So during your journey, have you seen, anybody, get removed from a particular pod or, basically check out on their own?
We make niggas check off every day, every other day.
Right.
That's just a part of prison. That's something normal.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly how he put it. So has it ever been a point in time that you seen a particular individual that you thought, nowhere in hell could this dude check out, and then, boom, gone?
Of course.
I heard that. Just getting a clear understanding to my viewers. So back to this particular, not to, jump all around, but it's something that I kind of meant to, highlight. Back to this particular event that you just spoke on. So when all of this was going on and the guy was getting hit up on the water fountain and all of that, how long did it take, for the guards to get there?
About 45 seconds, probably.
Right. Okay. And let me ask you this: was their initial response, more so to, diffuse the situation, or were they more so worried about, getting the guy to disarm himself? Because I often hear in other stories that, when things like this happen, the guards more so, they worry about their own safety before, saving somebody's life.
In this particular situation, they didn't have to really do too much because the guy was stabbed so bad that the niggas that did it already done swerved away and disposed of the knife. So they just left him in the front of the block bleeding. You feel me? They didn't even know he was shot until he crawled to the front of the door and started banging on the door.
Okay. Definitely want to, get a full understanding of, the lifestyle, man. Thank you for sharing that, bro. Definitely do. So another thing I kind of wanted to touch on, man, like I remember you telling me that you, that you were working on your music. Has anything changed with your music since the last time?
Nah, everything just getting better and better by the day.
That's what it is. And soon, we'll be able to do this, focus solely around your music.
That's a fact. I look forward to doing that.
Definitely. That'll definitely be a, a good goal. So before we get up out of here, man, I think you kind of, covered some good things that my viewers wanted to know as far as, things that you've seen and things of that nature, man. So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up, man. You shared some, you gave us some good intel on things that you've seen. So anybody you want to shout out before we get up out of here?
It's the same shit, man. Shout out to young black brothers and sisters that's out there trying to get something done, man. That's all.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. We're gonna keep doing what we do, man. Definitely. I'm gonna definitely keep in touch with you, man, throughout this journey, man. And definitely, the ultimate goal to have you right here, and we can focus this solely on your music. But I definitely want to wish you peace and blessings and a speedy exit, you know, from the belly of the beast where you at. So we'll get ready to wrap things up. It's been another edition of More to Live for, live from the belly of the beast, volume 3. Why settle for less? My last name More.